My name is Michelle Kruger. I grew up in the Free State. I currently reside in Pretoria. I studied art after high school, but the world took a different turn with me and I ended up in architecture and engineering, and eventually in 2021 I found my true passion again, which was art, and the medium I chose was Lego bricks. I used to paint. I enjoyed painting, but I was hungry for something new, for something to experiment with, for my art to grow and evolve into something different. So my wife, my girlfriend at the time, she had a Lego Mustang, and she took it apart and she asked me if I wanted to build it. And I said, yeah, of course. So it took me 8 hours. I was hyper-focusing and I just built this Lego Mustang, and I was hooked on Legos. So she bought me a little classic set, which is just bricks. It's not something specific, and a base plate. And I was playing around and I thought, hey, but on a base plate I can not just build a 3D structure, but I can do a 2D of an artwork. So I found a picture of David Bowie online and I just built a small little David Bowie, and she was in Cape Town and I sent it to her and she's like, this is amazing. You should follow this and you can make something out of this. So the next piece I made was a Vincent van Gogh, and it sold almost immediately. So I just carried on making the icons and giving honor to the icons. I think I've done about 60 portraits already of famous people in Lego. So yeah. As I grew up, I didn't grow up rich. We grew up in quite, I wouldn't say poverty, but we weren't like a well-off family. So my older brother, he's about 12 years older than me, he had a bit of Lego and he passed it down to my sister and she passed it down again to me. So I had a little bit of Lego when I was younger, but they had like bite marks on them and full of dirt, but I really enjoyed it. So as an adult, you realize how expensive Lego is. So there's sort of this juxtaposition between the expensive medium and creating art and bringing it back to playfulness. So I kind of enjoy that. It's like almost like a clash, where you use an expensive medium for something playful, but it brings a medium in the visual that I create. It brings meaning. That's what I'm trying to say. So when I was growing up, I was artistic from a young age. I always enjoyed drawing and building stuff and creating anything that I could find. If it's out in nature, I used to build small little furniture things out of cardboard for my dolls, and I was always a creative child. So growing up, I thought of going into a medical direction when I was in high school, but then I took a year off and then ended up studying performing arts technology, which is all of the backstage things for film, fashion and theatre. So it was sort of, it was an artistic line. So I did decor painting and set design, I really enjoyed it, but I couldn't find work in the industry after my studies. So I just took a job as a receptionist at an architecture firm. And from there I started studying for an architectural drafter, worked in that for a couple of years, followed by working in construction and then working as a civil engineering drafter up until 2021, where I decided my life needs to change. Well, let's say fate decided for me that my life needs to change, because I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2021, the beginning of 2021. So that changed my life completely. I got very ill and I couldn't work full days anymore. So the desire to create art and the ability not to work full-time in a corporate environment anymore, the paths collided at exactly the right time. Now I am healthier, I'm enjoying my work, I'm enjoying being a full-time artist. It's a passion of mine, and I think it fuels me. And in a sense, I think doing art makes me healthy. I've had a couple of hardships in my life, health issues, a traumatic childhood, but that doesn't define me. I think it helped build me and create me to be the person I am today, to be strong and resilient, but it doesn't define who I am. I think I've learned a lot from people I look up to, like Frida Kahlo. I mean, I've been obsessed with her since I was in my early 20s. I have her diary, so I've learned a lot from her perseverance as being ill, being marginalized. I mean, she's also a big figure for the queer community, because she wasn't, she was like non-binary in the way she dressed. She had affairs with women and men alike. So she showed me that it's okay to be yourself. And I think through that, I want to be able to show people that it's okay to be who you are. I think it creates a contrast between the medium and the visual, because the medium immediately pulls you into a place of comfort and safety and familiarity, whereas the visual not always corresponds with that. The visual might be a painful image like this one behind me. So yes, feel both, feel all of the feelings when you look at a piece.